We're rolling. Oh my gosh, I can't even see. So I just got out of the shower. It's been such a crazy day. So I was like, you know, I wasn't gonna wait till tomorrow to film this because tomorrow's gonna be just as busy as today. So I'm going to talk to you guys tonight. So today is Sunday night, and then tomorrow I need to film for Witch Obsession. So that's why I'm like doing this really late, because I know I won't have enough time to do both tomorrow. But anyways, so I bought some things and I wanted to go over them first because they're beauty products. All right, so I don't know what it is, but randomly I got really into lip care and everything lips. So I bought some gloss and I bought some lip oil, and I'm going to apply the lip oil right now with you guys. So I always start with Burt's Bees. I don't think Burt's Bees is that great for you, if I'm going to be honest with you, but it's just my favorite. But this is what I have for now, and I don't feel like buying another chapstick. Okay. So what I got today, oh my god, a breath. I was like rushing because I was like, I want to talk to him now. But I got this. This is the Fenty Skin Lip Oil. And this is the scent Melon Treat. I didn't get any water. Okay. Actually, I don't want to apply the lip oil before the water, so I'm just going to take you guys with me to the kitchen real quick. I have to be kind of quiet though, so because my roommates might hear me. Okay. This is so silly. Got my water, let's go. Okay. That was so silly. Anyways, so I haven't tried this yet because I was like, I really want to try it with them and like, you know, like give them first impressions. So let's try it together. My intentions when I was buying this is to kind of have something to go to sleep with, something on my lips, because chapstick isn't strong enough. And I know this isn't gonna last throughout the night either, but I feel like, you know what I mean, it's better than just chapstick. Because I always see people with lip oil and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just feel like having shiny lips is so a vibe. And I want to up my skincare game, or I want to get back on like taking care of my skin more consciously. But I feel like taking care of my lips has just been something that's been making me really happy. And so I have some lip glosses. I have 3, and I wanted to talk about this because I'm like mysteriously passionate about lip gloss. I also got this. This is this hand sanitizer. This is the scent Blue Sandalwood, and it's just these hand sanitizers all influencers have. I like the Blue Sandalwood one. I haven't tried any of the other ones. This is the only one I like. I kept it in my bag, and I've been loving it. Because my friend, I'm sure you guys remember, but she left one in my car, and I was just like so obsessed with it. And I was just like, let me just get another one, just be happy, you know, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to go from least favorite to most favorite lip glosses out of the 3 that I own. So my least favorite is this one. So this is the MAC lip gloss. I don't like it. It's so, first of all, this was expensive. This little tube, this unassuming AF tube was like, I think 20 something dollars. It was like in the high 20s. I think it was almost like 28, 27, $26, around that threshold. This product is so annoying. First of all, it is so messy. I'm sure you can't tell really, but you can see there's like product leaking out, and I literally, I don't even want to open it because I know it might make a mess. See, yeah. The applicator is super annoying. And I think my least favorite thing about this product is how temperature sensitive it is, because it doesn't have a wand, you know? And so it's like, it leaks if it's too hot, or it leaks if it's placed a certain way. It leaks if, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and sometimes if it's too cold, then it's harder to apply. What a pain in the arse. I just do not like this product. And it's also very like ugly, you know, like this is not, what is this? I'm sorry. This in the formula, maybe if the product itself is also just so annoying, because, and by the way, none of this is sponsored, obviously, but I just feel like I should say that. But this is just very like, it's very tacky, it's very sticky, and it's kind of hard to apply because of that, you know, and you don't have a wand to help you. You're using this thing, which is really gross. And also like, it feels weird when it dries a little bit. It just feels, you know, when like people pull off like a sticker off of something and it leaves that sticky film, that's what it feels like. It is so, I regret this purchase so much, but I've learned an important lesson about it. My second favorite is this one. I'm sure you guys have seen it in my previous videos, but this is the Too Faced Lip Injection. This one's called Ultimate Lip Plumper. I don't exactly remember what the scent was, or I think this is the, you know, here it is. I like this one. I like it. You know, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. I like that it's very clean when you pull the product out. And the applicator was kind of confusing. I didn't understand that one side was flatter than the other, but that's just because I'm very uneducated when it comes to beauty, so there's that. But yeah, it smells nice too. It smells like strawberries. It's like, I want to eat it. And I like that it like plumps up your lips, you know, that's pretty cool. It's not my favorite just because it's still kind of like, it still kind of changes the color of my lips, or it still kind of adds like a hue to my lips. I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then my most favorite recently, I just got this the other day, and boy do I have a story about this. So this is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss, and this color is Glass Slipper. It is so, first of all, this was the cheapest one out of the three. This one was like $26, $24. The MAC one, I don't remember because I got this literally like almost a year ago. And you can see how much I don't like it because I've barely used it, but it's just like, it was very expensive, you guys. This one was $21. I love it. The packaging is absolutely stunning. The product, one thing I don't like about this though is like when you open it, it kind of like, you see what I mean? It kind of, you have to take it out carefully, but I feel like that's like such a small sacrifice. The applicator is super soft and easy to use. The gloss is beautiful. It doesn't feel weird, and it kind of like soaks in a little bit to your lips, and it still leaves them glossy, but it's just kind of like they don't feel that tacky, and it feels very sheer. You know what I mean? I love this. Like Fenty really popped off with this one. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm sure you guys can tell like this is a vibe. We love this. I've heard legends about Fenty, and I understand and I believe them all now. Like, I just feel, was that the right way? Anyways, sorry, I need to like get it like right behind my hand. Okay, I'm done. So that's what I want to say about these beauty products. And I don't know, I've just been really liking them, carrying them around with me. It feels very fun having something to carry around and stuff like that. It feels like very feminine to carry these things around and to, you know, like have them with me. Because like I've always wanted to like dabble more into feminine things without being like I don't know, in my own way, you know, like I wanted my own take on it. And I just feel like lip gloss has been so like the way for me. And I just really like that this is like a very simple way of expressing that part of myself. But, and at the very least, it just feels nice to take care of my lips, because I feel like my lips has been something that I haven't really taken care of in this lifetime. But you guys, I swear the amount that happened this past week was absurd. Let me start with the lip gloss. So I got this like 2 days ago from when I'm filming this. Guess what happened? So tell me why the other night, literally, I was just at my friend's house and we were watching a K-drama together. And then I get this text, and this person was like, hey, I know it's been a while, and I'm so sorry for how I treated you. And, you know, like, I just wanted to say I'm really sorry, and I hope that, you know, like something like that, you know, like they were just apologizing and they were telling me, you know, what's going on. They're like, you know, I'm sorry for bothering you. It was this guy that I met 2 years ago. It was this, okay, so basically, 2022, May of 2022, there was this guy that I was talking to. I met him on Facebook dating, and we were like getting, you know, like down. But he had gone through a situationship like 1 month prior to meeting me, and he was also grieving. And so like this all just like made the relationship crash and burn. He made it official like 1 week into our situationship, and then we immediately like broke up a few days after. Didn't hear from him again. It was so bad. I was really starting to like him, and like I was really feeling him, you guys. He was a Capricorn sun, Taurus moon, Virgo rising, and like, oh my gosh, y'all, the way I tripped and fell for this guy. I was so like into him. Crazy. But it was just very bizarre because he literally texted me out of the blue after 2 years of complete silence. I never thought I would ever hear from him again. More or less didn't even know he still had my number. He told me he had never deleted the number. He's blocked now, but we're getting into it, you guys. So that happens. And like he's like talking me up. He's telling me like, oh, like I've changed a lot these past 2 years, and like a lot's happened. I'm so sorry that it took me this long and stuff like that. Like I'm not leaving anymore. Like I want to be with you. Like I want to make you my boyfriend and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was pulling up on me. Like he was pulling up and putting it in park with the brakes on, with the e-brake on. You know what I'm saying? Like he was pulling up. And like, it was so bizarre. Oh my gosh. And so like, you know, we're like talking for like literally like a day. And then the other day I had to go down to LA for a screening at the post office, which I'll get into that too. But so I went down there, I did my screening. It was at like literally 9 in the morning, and it's 2 hours. It was like 1.5 hours away. So I had set off at maybe like 7 a.m. that day. So I went there. The screening took up a bunch of time. I think it ended around like maybe like 10:30, 10:30. And then I literally just mall hopped and chilled and like grabbed some food until like 6:40. And because he got off at work at like 6:30 p.m. So yes, I was chilling for like 7 hours waiting for him to get off work. We meet up. I feel like there's a lot of bad moves that I made, but on another note, I feel like what happened needed to happen. Like, I really don't feel like he came back into my life because we were gonna get together. I really do feel like he came back into my life so that that could be a loose end that was gonna be tied up. Oh my gosh, you guys, just saying that feels so surreal to me. I cannot explain to you how bizarre it was seeing him again. Okay, so we meet up, and it just, Okay, guys, for a little bit of context, he is a vet nurse. So he's like an ER vet nurse and whatnot. And like, he was telling me about it. And he works like in like for animals, like in a hospital for animals, you guys know. But and so like he was okay. So what I'm trying to say, why I'm bringing that up is because when we were, like catching up in his car, so basically I met up at his work. I parked in the back and I got in his car so that he was like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Okay, let's go to the beach." So we went to this beach side. I didn't tell them I went there because of another guy, but like that's besides the point. So we went there. We parked on the street and we were just sitting there. We didn't do anything. The most we did was like kiss and stuff. And literally, he starts bringing this thing called compassion fatigue up. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I didn't know what it was. I'm sure you guys know because like you guys, anyways. So basically, if you don't know, compassion fatigue is like, which this kind of irritated me, and I'll get into why. But he kept saying compassion fatigue, and basically what it is how like in his field, he has to do some pretty crazy things. Like he's always doing surgery for animals. He's always, like having to euthanize animals and stuff and, like deal with not alive animals and, like tell patients and stuff and like owners like, hey, like your animal is no longer alive, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. And so like it's like the act of like getting desensitized to like showing compassion, like caring. It's like you get desensitized to others' emotions and feeling like remorse and stuff like that, at least to my understanding. I could be wrong, but that's how I was digesting it. And so he keeps bringing this up, and like how he was bringing it up is he was saying like, oh, like if I say something out of line, or like, like I have compassion fatigue, so I'm trying my best here, or like, like sorry if something comes off weird, sorry if I take anything wrong, or sorry if you take anything wrong, and stuff like that. And he keeps saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like he keeps saying this. And in my mind, what it felt like to me was, I'm sorry but this is a warning label for your needs might not be met. You know what I'm saying? And like, I told him that, and he was like, that's not really my intention. And I was like, I know that's not your intention, but that's what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm telling him, I'm like, you can stop bringing this up. You can stop telling me about your compassion fatigue. You can stop telling me about all of this. Like I heard you the first few times. And at this point, like it's stressing me out and it's making me anxious because it just sounds like you're putting a warning label on the connection when it's just like, I'm already here. Like you should know I'm willing to try, even though and he kept telling me, he was like, oh, like I feel like you're really reluctant or very hesitant on this, and which I understand and stuff like that, but I just hope you know that I feel like there's not much I can say or do to kind of like I just would rather show you and kind of just go about this connection, and like show you that I care and stuff like that. And I understand that, but I'm like, why are you giving me so many reasons to worry? Like why? Do you guys get what I'm saying? And it just like it spiraled into this conversation where I'm like, why do you keep bringing it up? Like, and at some point it kind of boiled over a little bit because I was getting in my head about things, and I was like, why did you bring me back into your life? Why do you want me in your life? And he for real says to me, I don't really know. Like, I just feel like I've worked on so many other areas of my life, in regards to my career, my living situation and stuff like that. And like, I feel like my love life is the last thing now, and I just really want to work on it with you. And I don't know why, but that just kind of bothered me because that made me feel like an experiment, or that made me feel like a test run or something. And it just kind of bothered me. And I knew what his intentions were and I knew what he meant, but it's just like, that's just like, I was thinking that, but I was not feeling that. And like, at that point I told him, okay, I think I'm ready to go home. We were gonna be there for another hour or so, but I was like, I think I'm ready to go home. So we park at, we come back to where we met, and I sit there and I'm like, I hope you know that all of the things that you said have really scared me and stressed me out, but I'm willing to keep trying with you and I'm willing to work with you on these things. But I just hope you know that like it comes off as like these reasons why you might not be able to meet my needs. And I'm just saying like that is like, I can't do that, like I can't do a situation where my needs aren't being met, point blank, period. And he was like, this is like, he says, I understand, but I hated that he said but. You know, like when I remember I watched this TikTok and it was like, watch for how people use the word but. You know, like I'm sorry, but, or like I know, but. It's just like, it bothers me, you know? And so when he said that, I immediately tensed up and I was like, ooh, you guys, I feel like it's kind of game over. Like, I feel like this is like strike three. And he says, I understand, but that just feels like I feel invalidated because this is what I do for work, you know, like this is my life, this is my career and stuff like that. And he says that I just feel like that's going to be a lot of reassurance. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, why did you bring me back into your life if you can't meet my needs? You knew what my needs were because that's what happened last time 2 years ago. You know, I would understand if it was the other way around and I reached out to you, but you reached out to me. So it's like, why should I stay in this situation where my needs aren't being met? Or why should I allow you to come into my life? And it's like, I'm willing to try. I told you I like you and that I want to be with you. And then you're out here telling me all these excuses for why you can't do the bare minimum for me. Of course, I'm going to need reassurance because I'm insecure. I'm 21 years old. You're older than me. And you left me 2 years ago after reassuring me. So it's like, of course, I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm going to need reassurance forever, but it's just like, why can't you at least make me feel comfortable? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm sorry that, and I told him, I was like, you know what? I understand, and I'm sorry that I can't meet those needs or like whatever. And I was like, I just don't think that this is going to work. And I told him, I was like, by his name, I love you. And I got out of his car, got in my car. He sped off, like revved his engine and everything, sped off. And I'm like, embarrassing. I know you're embarrassed because that was very embarrassing. But anyways, you guys, like, oh my gosh, what a fever dream. And this all happened in the span of like a few days. Can you believe that? And I don't understand because it felt like, because when he reached out to me, the only reason that I was willing to hear him out is because I knew he had been through a lot and I was willing to hear him out so he could at least get closure. And he was like, I really appreciate you because I just feel like you always know what I need. I'm like, of course. And when he was like, I also just feel like I connect with you the most, like you're different. I'm like, of course you connect with me is because I try to connect with you. Like, you know, like what do you mean? Like if someone's trying to connect with you, obviously you're gonna feel a connection because they're connecting with you. What do you mean? And so like, oh, and there were just, I just felt like it was so one-sided, and I felt like what he was saying to me and what his intentions were, it was just so selfish in my eyes. That was just so selfish. And then there was like a bunch of red flags that I was kind of noticing and it was just kind of bothering me. I don't think that they're pretty petty, but they're just kind of little things that kind of was like, okay, but on top of that. So first red flag is, actually it's kind of the one red flag with a few examples. He was clearly not as invested into my life as I was into his. I have to burp, oh my gosh, I'm like getting angry. Excuse me, oh my gosh. And so he's telling me, so as you know, like I just told you, like he's an ER veterinarian. So he'd tell me things about his job and I would ask questions, you know, I'd be like, oh, like what's that? Or like, what do you do here? Or like, you know, who's that? You know, oh, like, do you like your coworkers? Do you like where you work and stuff like that? Or, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's his life, you know, quite frankly, outside of that job, he really doesn't have a personality. So obviously I take the initiative. If someone's passionate about something, I'm going to ask them questions about it, you know, because that's what they're passionate about. If someone's like, ooh, I really like Christmas, I'll be like, oh, like, what do you like about Christmas? Who do you like spending it with? What do you like getting for Christmas? You know, things like that. It's just like, I take the initiative. I mentioned to him, I have a YouTube channel and that I really like Ariana granola and that I also like Chipotle because I was eating Chipotle and I texted that to him. He's like, I hate Chipotle, ew, but love that for you. He's like, I don't really mess with Ariana, but like, that's cool. And then he didn't even ask about my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, these are all things that mean a lot to me. My YouTube channel is literally my baby. witch obsession is my pride and joy. Like that is like, I'm so proud of that. And it's just like something that I really care about. And it's just like, oh, anyways. So like so when people don't ask me about it, or when people don't take the initiative to get to know me about that, like, you know, like, oh, what's your channel, or like stuff like that. And I'm not saying like you have to be like, oh, like let me like and subscribe on every single video, you know, comment and stuff like that and share it to all my friends and family. You don't have to do that. You just have to be like, oh, what it is, you know, what is it? Oh, what's that? Oh, that's cool. Like, what is you know what I'm saying? It's just like clearly showing interest in the things that I care about and the things that I like, you know. And like I just felt like he wasn't taking the initiative like I was, and like that was just one of another things that I kind of noticed. And like when I seen him in person, I was like, dude, you look so depressed. Like I dodged a bullet. They're about to draft me the way I dodged those bullets. So I am grateful because I feel like I got a lot of sorry, some like got notification, but I got a lot of closure from that situation, and I'm really glad that I didn't settle for him. Granted, it does hurt and it does make me feel sad, you know, like it just, at the very least, it doesn't feel very good to feel like invalidated, or to feel like he didn't really care, or that I like tried so hard and got literally nowhere, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that is very disheartening to me, and it did hurt me, especially because I did like him so much and I was like really into him. I feel like he checked a lot of my boxes and he was just so my vibe, and I feel like we had so much potential, but it's just kind of like, I really do feel like he would have dragged me down. I'm sorry, like I feel like he would have dragged me down in so many ways and derailed so much of the healing that I've done on myself from my ex. And because I feel like he acted a lot like my ex, because there's clearly things that he needs to like work on about himself. And I'm not saying that in a way that's like I'm better than him or anything like that. I know I need to do work on myself, but I feel like if I were to be around him, then the work I want to do on myself would be put on hold, because it's just like I care so much about people, and it's just like I don't want to be around somebody that doesn't want to take that and like that initiative to do better on themselves like that, and like at least like care about me enough to, you know, like break a few eggs so that they can be there for me and make me feel comfortable and make me feel secure. Because I'm like, I do so much for other people, I feel, and I feel like I'm willing to do so much to extend myself within connection so that we can grow together, you know. And it's like, if you're not going to offer me that, if you're not going to offer me that security that I need, that you robbed of me once, then it's just like, I feel like that's such a dangerous environment for me to be in. And even if I am in the wrong, it's just kind of like, then I would only be holding him back, you know. But it's like, if I had to be completely honest, I feel pretty confident in my conviction that like he would have held me back so bad, and that he was clearly still healing, and that's great for him, and I hope that he does better. And I'm sure like there's great things coming towards him, and I know that his life's going to get better and stuff like that. But truth be told, like I don't, it's every man for himself, you know. No one cared when my feelings were involved, and quite frankly, like just that little exchange that we had was really starting to hurt me. And I'm sorry, but after rekindling with someone after 2 years of literally no contact, it shouldn't hurt so much to be around them again, you know. Like it should feel like bliss. Like I should like not be able to get my hands off him. I should be like on cloud nine. But instead I was stressed out, I was anxious, and I was fearful of the future, even though I literally just got back to talking to him, you know. And it's just kind of like, I don't know what happened there. I don't know who's in the right or wrong, but I know that I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. I wasn't okay, and I just need to get out. So afuera. I'm out. Like, I'm gone. So yeah, that's over with. And like, truth be told, like I just feel like that was another one of those loose ends, like I said, that needed to be tied up so that I can proceed forward in my love life this year, because I do feel like I'm going to get into a relationship this year. And even if I don't, like I just feel like it's time where I wrap up a lot of those things in my relationships, and I release people that are holding me back, because I'm kind of realizing that there's a lot of people that I associate with that were holding me back or making me feel some sort of way. And he was definitely one of them, because like I just felt like for such a long time he was hanging on to me and I was hanging on to him, and we were both kind of like, oh, but like what if, you know. But it's clear to see that like I've changed and grown so much, and that it's time for me to progress forward. And I know this because like I feel like this year, like I'm really ready to implement a lot of changes. Like for example, I told you guys about the post office. So I did screening at the post office, you know, like I entered like they we did the paperwork and we signed some stuff. We did fingerprints and stuff like that. They took my social, they took my driver's license. Like, they didn't take it, you know, like they took numbers and stuff like that. So like, I really do feel like I have the job now. So I'm pretty confident I landed the job as a city carrier assistant in, you know, like down near LA. And so like, I live 2 hours away from that. So I'm willing to drive 2 hours every single day to go to work. I don't care, because we were looking at apartments today down near LA, and I'm like really excited because I really do want to move down there. And I'm really tired when I hate when people are like, "Oh, it's so expensive over there. Oh, it's so crazy over there." Like, "Oh, like I wouldn't do it." I'm like, "Don't tell me what to do." Okay? If money is really the thing that keeps you from doing the things that you want to do, like, I'm sorry, like, I just can't do that. Like, I just can't. I don't know. I just can't do that. Everywhere is expensive right now. We're literally in the midst of like a recession, okay? Everywhere is expensive, okay? You may as well choose the place that is the place that you really love, okay? And that's what I'm doing. And so that happens. So I think that this summer, or by the end of this summer, maybe even like by the beginning of summer, like I'm planning to move down there, because I should have way more income, or not way more, but like, you know, I should be making a lot more to where I can live down there, at least to split rent with somebody. And, you know, like, I feel like YouTube's gonna start, it's only growing, you know, like Witch Obsession's only growing. Like, that's just the facts, you know, like, I just like, that's just science, you know, that's just like a duh thing, you know, like, it's only growing. I'm slowly getting more and more subscribers. I'm not saying I'm gonna become like famous overnight, which could happen, but you know, I know good things are coming. And even if we're going to look at it realistically, I would just rather be positive about it and be optimistic and be like, oh, like, what if I gain like 100K subscribers overnight, as opposed to be like, oh, maybe I'll gain like 10 or few. Like, if you're gonna go, like, go big or go home, okay? So yeah, like, I'm really excited to start this job at the post office. After that orientation, y'all best believe I'm buying myself some jewelry. I don't care. I don't care. I feel really proud of myself, and I feel like I'm really taking the initiative to make my life better right now. And I just really like it, because I feel like there's been a lot of things that happened to me recently that I would otherwise take personally and act like a victim, but like, I feel like I've been taking them as incentives, you know, like getting into my car accident, my parents cutting me off financially and stuff like that. It's like, I feel like that really lit a fire under my ass, so that I can take these incentives and kind of like, you know, like, do things to change my life and do better for myself. And like, truth be told, like, I'm really trying my best here. And like, I just like really believe in myself, because so much is possible suddenly, you know? Like, I feel like I'm wrapping up a lot of things in my love life. I feel like I'm beginning a new financial journey. I feel like I'm just, I'm stressed out and I'm worried, because there's a lot to do. Like, I have so much credit card debt, you know, like, and well, not so much, it's like just a few thousand, but honestly, who doesn't in this economy, unless you're like stable? But like, you know, like, and there's some things in with my car I need to fix. Like, the headlight is just so bad. I want to get a new headlight. I need to get it detailed. I need to check other things and stuff like that, and that's gonna cost more money. But like, I just feel confident, you know, like, I know that these are petty issues, and I know that I can overcome them, and I know it's absolutely possible. You know, it's never not been possible. I'm just like, I can tell, like, by the way I'm taking care of myself, that I'm like, I'm willing, you know, like, I'm willing to take care of myself. I'm willing to take these incentives. And I'm really proud of myself right now, because I don't know, like, I'm just proud. Like, I feel like I've been struggling for such a long time now, and I've been wanting these things for such a long time now. And now, like, I feel like it's actually gonna happen. Like, I feel like it's possible now, and you know, and I know it's gonna be a lot of work to get to that spot, but I know I'll be happier living near LA with more people, with more things to do. Just, I'm really excited, you guys. There was another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I forgot what it was. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm so tired right now. It's like, almost midnight. But like I said, I really wanted to talk to you guys, and this week's gonna be really busy. But yeah, I like this lip oil a lot. Oh, I love it. I'm sorry. I'm confident. I'm feeling confident. I think I'm going to set some intentions with you guys, and then I'm going to head to bed because I'm so tired. But my intentions for now, whether it be until the end of this week or whether it be up until the end of this year, is just that I know I deserve better. I know it. I know I deserve good things. I know I deserve to be happy. I know I deserve to feel comfortable and to feel secure and to feel attracted to things and to feel loved. I know it. I know that now. And instead of beating myself up for getting angry at things or for feeling bad about things, I will take it as me knowing that I deserve better and me getting upset about it. And so I will transmute that energy into doing better and attracting better. And I hope that Witch Obsession, I hope that this post office job all goes through. I hope that Witch Obsession reaches 10K subscribers this year, maybe even more. I don't know. I really want more than 10K. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it, girl. I would take like 200K, 400K. I don't care. But 10K, I will be a happy camper. And I know I can do this. I've already made it to 3K, and I'm already so grateful, and I'm so happy, and I can totally see that a lot of things that I never thought were possible are suddenly possible. I'm hoping I will be living in LA, or not in LA, but like near it. I will be in a happier relationship. I will be around better people. I will have just a nicer situation around me in general. And I know good things are coming, and I know life is going to be better, and I know I don't need to worry. And I also just really want more jewelry right now. Like, please, like, universe, like, send me like $500 just to spend, you know, nothing else, just to spend, please, so I can like be happy. But if not, like, you know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys about that, okay? Like, I just don't like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you know, it's really, no, I want it. I'm sorry, y'all, like, I want it. No one can express that I want it but me. No one can tell you guys how much I want it. Like, only I can tell you how much I want it, because I'm the one that wants it. So I'm here to say I want it. I want it. Te quiero. Kakushipa. Anyways, I think that's all I have for tonight. I'm so tired. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. I love you so, so much. I hope you have a great week. I hope you've had a great week. I really want to say thank you again, because like I feel like you guys are just the best. Like, I don't know. I just feel like every time I talk to you guys, like, good things happen to me. Good vibes. I love you.